it's Kat here from Jolly Jam Journals. In this video I wanted to share with you my next kit that I'm working with for my Lavender Blue design team project. This is for October. So I've printed the kit out. It's called Junk Journal Pages Dark Autumn Forest, and you get a bonus cover page. So you get 6 double pages, but I'm absolutely loving this kit. I love the colours, and anyway, so I've printed out the pages. I wanted to show you before they got put into a journal. I've been playing around with the cover, so I'll go through that in a minute. I printed out the pages, and then I've just kind of gone through and pulled out some book pages and gone through my stash and just pulled out various things. I thought I would show you that as well and just share with you my process. Let's see how we go. So the cover, it's going to be a soft cover. So you can see that I've just used a cereal box cover, and this is the beautiful front, the bonus cover page. Now it does come in a bigger sheet, which you can size down. And what I ended up doing was I trimmed away, this was on the bottom and this is on the top. So you get an A4 sheet like that. But yeah, have a look at, I'll put a link below to Fiona's Etsy store. You can have a look. So I trimmed those away, and I just backed it on some cardstock, and I did some decorative stitching. I had this, I did a show of this fabric that last couple of videos, and I just backed it on that. I did get some of this trim during the week, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So I made a ruffle of that, and I've put that down the bottom. And then I've just had a little bit of lace doily, that, the crochet cotton, which I thought was nice to put up the top corner there. And then I've got a bit of a dragonfly, a charm with a bulb pin. Now, I think this is linen. It's not calico. I bought it a while ago in Spotlight, so I think it's actually linen. And then on the spine, I had an old doily there that I thought the colours went nice, having those nice orange sort of tones. So I've stitched that onto the spine, and then I've had an old doily that I had been cutting up, and I was just playing around, and I just sort of popped it down. I felt it sort of needed something on the back, and it just, it just sort of popped out at me that would be nice. So I haven't done anything on the inside yet, because I'm going to have to sew through when I do the signatures, and I don't want to sew through the actual cover because now I've done this. So what I'm thinking I might do is do a fabric on the inside, but I'm going to do a hidden spine, but I'm going to do it as one piece. This cover process is quite similar to Wendy Journal Adventures, and I made my Christmas journals last year in a similar style. So I've just trimmed a little bit on the outside here, and then I will glue the fabric down once I've sewn the signatures in. So I think I'm going to end up making this 2 signatures, because I do tend to pad my signatures out a little bit. So I'm learning that 2 signatures seems to be quite a good number, but I might then split that out into 3, because I do like to have an odd number of signatures in the book. So we'll see how we go. So that's my cover so far. I was thinking about adding a little bit of a label up there. So yeah, I still haven't finished, but most of it's done. So that's the cover. Oh yeah, and I of course I've put some filigree decorative bits, and then I've got the 2 metal buttons on the side there. So yeah, I'm really happy with how that worked out, and a little bit of lace trim on the side. So yeah, I'll do a final flip through when I have finished it. But I just wanted to show you the kit. So I've kept everything. As I said, I've trimmed those bits off the cover page, and then this was just something else that I had found. But look, this is one of the pages here. So it's got some nice script in the background, and they look like some nice chrysanthemums there, and a nice spider in the middle. That was the other reason I liked the kit, was because it does sort of have mild Halloween themes going through it as well. So I thought, you know, being October and Halloween month, it was I just felt in the mood for that. So we've got I guess it's a wasp or a flying ant. I'm not really sure. It might be a wasp. So that's that page there. And then we've got this page here. So we've got a raven, which I absolutely adore ravens. And then we've got this like wizard, magician. I don't know who that's meant to be. A skull, some decorative elements on the paper there. Now I've printed these out onto tea stained paper, so I don't have the white edges, and even like that white border actually looks quite alright, so I might do that again in the future. I think I was quite happy with how that turned out. This is absolutely gorgeous. This is why I like this kit when I was looking at all Fiona's kits. This one has got, looks like it's a rose, and then we've got your toadstools and another raven and a butterfly. We've got some moths in the background there, and then looks like some sort of a fruit in the background there. I love the colours. And then this one here, we've got a tree, a bare branch tree with a raven. There's a skull, some lovely damask type patterns in the background. Got a couple of owls on a branch, skulls in the background, and then you've got butterflies. And this one here. So again, you've got pretty flowers and sunflowers in the background. You've got toadstool, spider web with a spider, and then you've got branches and lovely greens and browns, and you've got like little berries or little nuts. I think they're berries. And then you've got the raven there, and beautiful, really faint like roses in the background. I'm not sure if you can see that on the screen, but yeah, it's really faint and in the background it's really lovely. And then we've got this one here. So you just got a couple of branches. You've got your toadstool, spider, and then you've got some butterflies and moths there with the beautiful browns and golden hues in the background. So those are the pages. And then I printed this one out as well. I thought I would, you know, perhaps use that for some ephemera. Now this one here is a free download that I found on our Facebook page. This one is Mushroom Market, which I really liked the toadstools on that one. And I've just got a couple of, this is out of the garden diary, but I liked, you know, the card and just the elements on that. So I was thinking I would use that in the kit. This is a gardening, some just plain book pages out of the gardening book that I've got. So I've just got some of those, and it's got a bit of a map there, and yeah, just thought I would try that one. This is some old eco-dyed paper that I found when I was cleaning up and sorting out stuff. So I thought we'd give that a go. I've got some tea stains. So these are printed on A4 size paper. So I've got a few sheets of tea stain paper. I've got some ledger paper. This was a Michelangelo letter writing kit that I've got, that I found in just one of my op shop hauls, and I thought I would, if I can find him again. When I saw this wizard man, made me think of my Michelangelo letter writing kit. So I thought, all right, well, I'll pop that in there. Might just fold that up in a pocket or something. So I've got Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady. So this is the first time I've actually ripped out some pages of it. I've been very precious about it and hoarding it, but I thought, no, I'm going to use it. I love the aging of the paper, and the colours I thought would go nicely in the journal. This is an Indian tree book. Again, I did that in one of my hauls. I showed that, so I pulled out a couple of pages. I was pretty happy with these. These printed out on landscape, so I can fold that in half. It's plain paper on the back there, but it's nicely aged. And then, yeah, you've got a picture on each side, which will show nicely in the journal. This is it's Songs of Experience. It's just a book that I picked up in one of my op shop expeditions, but I liked the colours, and it's just a little bit dark and a little bit Halloweeny, so I thought I would do that. I'm not sure if I'll use these, but this was some British forest, I guess, animals. There's a fox there, some warblers, thrush in the nest, and some more birds in the nest. I liked this. This is apothecary, I guess you could say, Middle Ages medical, so I thought that would be cool to put in there. Nice poem, so I thought I would do that. This is another botanical book that I've got. I just liked the colourings of that, so I thought I would give that a go. And this is some Halloween paper that I had left over from when I did my Harry Potter journal, and I liked that, even though it's purple, but I just sort of thought it would go, and I like the damask sort of pattern in there. And I found some of this butterfly paper. So I'm not sure about the back there, but I've got an idea of what I'll do with that. And then I've sort of trimmed that all down. And then I've got this, but I thought I would fussy cut that, and I might end up using that. And I think this might be Kaisercraft. I liked the colours on that, and it's a white backing on that, so I have to do something on that. And then this as well, because it's quite dark and brown tones, I thought this was probably an ideal place to put it. So that was my thinking. So what I might do is fold them up and sort of put them into a bit of a signature, a couple of signatures, or 3 signatures perhaps, and then I'll show you my result. Okay, so I've done the 3 signatures, so I will just do a bit of a quick flip through. I am thinking I might change this. I might make this, pick some other pages and save this for another time. I'm not sure yet. I haven't made my mind up on that one. But so we've got that as the first signature, and what I did was I backed this cardstock, but if you remember, it had the white on the reverse, so I've just put some grid paper and I've just stitched around the edges. This one here, I glued the 2. If you remember, I had 2 cards that were from a gardening journal, so I've just used some strips of tea-dyed paper that I had, glued them down, and then I've just stitched on each edge there. So that makes that. And so lots of blank journaling space. It's sort of the bare bones at the moment. And then that as the middle of the signature. And lots of journaling space. And these pages like this are quite good. You can write in these blank spaces, or you can just paste, you know, paper over the top, or we could end up putting a pocket or a tuck or something like that. We'll see how the journal comes along. But I just thought I'd give you a bit of a initial, and there's that one. That's the first signature there, and this one here is a little book I've got, and it's called The Queen's Secret Garden, and it's got some really lovely botanical images in there. Some tea-dyed paper. There's one of the digital kits there. That's the Indian tree book that I've got. It's a little half page there, tea-dyed paper. Again, that's the other little strip there that I've got. Some more of that digital kit. And again, I've backed that with the graph paper, ledger paper. And this is that striped paper that I quite liked. And again, I've just backed that with, this is just like a money column book that I've got. Tea-dyed paper. And then the middle signature, I've used the Songs of Experience pages that I pulled out. And there we go, the other side of the signature. I quite like these little half, little flaps. They're quite good, and they add a bit of character. And I quite like using craft brown paper as well. And there's the image there. There's the wizard man, and then the raven. So that's the middle signature. And this is the final signature. So it's just the bare bones at the moment. I liked how that turned out. I didn't plan that, just happened, and I love how that happens. And another one of those Songs of Experience is the middle. Again, I joined those together with the strip of tea stain paper. I just lied them, you know, buttered them up next to each other, and then I just put a strip of this paper down and I glued. I'm sure most of you would know how to do that. Love our images there. Love the map. Oh look, it happened again, black and white image. There's a little bit of damage on that page there that I hadn't noticed, so I'll get a tab and I'll just cover that over and repair that with a tab. Yeah, so I'm quite happy how that's all come together. So that's the third signature there, and I didn't end up using these, but I'm thinking I might make some envelopes out of the pages here. I did that the other day out of some Christmas journals that I'm making at the moment. I just had a whole bunch of book pages, and I just sat there one day and, you know, one afternoon, and I just made a whole lot of envelopes. So I'm thinking I might do that with these as well. So, all right, well, she's all ready to go. So I end up making 3 signatures. So that'll sit in there. So tomorrow I will sew in the signatures, and then I'm ready to do some embellishing. So I might come back on and do a little craft with me while I'm making some ephemera for the journal. So thanks very much. Hope you found that interesting, and yeah, beautiful kit and beautiful colours. I've showed a few people and everyone has said beautiful colours. So yeah, check it out. It's an awesome kit. Thank you. Bye.